Hello, boys and girls. Today we're going to read a book called A House of Mud. Now, the I can statement we're going to be working on, just like you have been all week, is I can reread to self correct when my reading does not make sense, look right, or sound right. Now, this is actually something I do all the time, and in fact, you might have even heard me do it in my last two videos. Sometimes when I'm reading, I make a mistake, I read the wrong word, or maybe I'm just looking at the camera too much while I'm reading and get it wrong. And in that case, I just go back and reread it again. So, when I make a mistake, I'm going to do that today. Okay. House of Mud. Okay, here we are. We've decided to build a mud brick house. It will be a good house, a comfy house, a house that will be just right. It's all sitting down planning out a house, I think. On the weekend, we go to the block. Mum and Dad have laid out a space where the house is going to be. It's funny to look at it and think one day my room will be there, but it's still just air and grass and mud. Yeah, I can see they've put a spot here where the house is going to go, and they're actually digging up some mud. We shovel that mud into wooden molds and smooth it all off. Like making a cake. So they put the mud inside of these molds here. Then we pulled the molds off, and there are bricks. Fat and glistening in the sun. Wow, they've actually made bricks out of mud. A bunch of them. By the end of the day, we have a long row of them. They look like giant bars of chocolate. We prod them, and Tess tries to lick them. Yuck! I think Tess is the dog. Ooh, he's got mud on his tongue. She jumps and lands on a brick. It has her paw print forever. There it is. It's fun the first day, and the next one too. But Mum and Dad say we have to come back. There we go. There's my first mistake. Let's try that again. But Mum and Dad say we have to come back and back for weeks and weeks to make more and more. And that's boring. Sometimes things do get boring after a while. I think they need a lot of bricks. And then I have a great idea. Ooh. There's the big house, our house. But there can be a little house too, a house for Tess. A dog house. Mum and Dad make lots and lots of big bricks. We make lots and lots of small bricks. Tess runs around barking proudly. Good job. Wow, they're making heaps of bricks. Then we have to wait for the bricks to dry all winter. Weeks and weeks and weeks. But one sunny spring day, at last it's time to lay the wall. We make a foundation with small cement bricks. Okay. We slosh mud on that. A mud brick goes on. More mud. Another mud brick. More mud. On top of each other. I love the way the mud squelches at the corners and the soft fudgy brownness of it on top. It's like icing a cake. I take a photo of my middle brother laying the first brick. He is. And he takes a picture of our little brother laying the second brick. I think he's licking the brick again. And then Mum and Dad take a photo of the three of us laying on the third brick. I think I've made a mistake there. Let me try that again. And then Mum and Dad take a photo of the three of us laying the third brick. That's better. and Tess pokes her nose into every picture. Brick by brick, row by row, up go the walls. You can stand in there, and there's the house getting taller and taller. Then it's the turn of door and window frames. At first, they are pieces cut out of the sky, doors and windows made of air, and Tess can jump right through them like a circus dog. They are filled in, and then on goes the bright metal roof. Just as if the house has put on a hat. The floor is laid. There's no more grass. We open the door and go into the big and jump around on our new floor under the new roof. Okay, that didn't sound right. Let me try it again. We open the door and go into the big house and jump around on our new floor under our new roof. That's better. Tess goes into her little house and sniffs all around. She's excited just like us. Look at that. Cool. Because it's time now. Time to move in. I think it's magic. Our very own magic. Once there was just air and grass and mud. Now it is turned into a real house with warm mud brick walls and bright windows and a metal roof winking under the blue sky. A good house, a comfy house. A house that's just right. A house we love. And I know Tess loves her house too. It's pretty interesting. People actually do that, make houses out of mud bricks. It can be done. A lot of work though. Very cool. So boys and girls, while I was reading this, you saw that a few times I stopped. It didn't make sense, and so I read it again. I went back to the start of the sentence and just read that part again. And that's actually what your job is now. I want you to try and do that. I want you to pick one of your books. You've got a bunch of books at home. And I want you to sit down for a bit and do some reading, like you normally would. But as soon as you get to a point where you don't quite understand what that said or what that meant, or it just didn't quite work, I want you to go back, read that sentence again. And that's a much better way, because books are far more fun when we understand it. And if we make a mistake, sometimes it doesn't make sense. So boys and girls, give it a try, and I'll talk to you guys again next time. Bye-bye.